The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez. Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. And the Bugman, we get them before they get you. Here's your host, Lee Burkeen.
Lee Burkeen on the road here in New Orleans at Isidore Newman High School. Look behind me. I mean, isn't this amazing? Archie, Cooper, Peyton, and Eli from one high school. Odell Beckham, Randy Livingston, several great student athletes. A great school here. We're going to interview Coach Nelson Stewart in the show and many players, Eli Friend, the quarterback, and Britt Bordelon, who plays offensive tackle, defensive tackle, committed to LSU. But I just want to come out here before we did the show and to show off these old pictures here. Look at the old picture of Archie Manning and his family, Cooper that played here, and Peyton and Eli Manning. What a great school this is. It's like being at a small Ole Miss. I know Jay would agree. It's like being at a small prep school here at Isidore Newman High School. But I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to have Eli Friend and, again, Britt Bordelon. And also beginning in the show is Coach Nelson Stewart. We do an interview with Nelson to begin. I hope you enjoy.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Hi, everyone. Lee Burkeen, host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast and also owner of Louisiana Football Magazine. Again, make sure to go get the 28th year. You don't have to buy it. It's digital this year. Go to lafootballmagazine.com. We're going to have a preview of Isidore Newman in their district. We'll have it by district 1A to 5A. And in that preview is going to be not only Eli Friend, who we just interviewed, quarterback, but Britt Bordelon, who I'm about to interview, who is a lineman, O-lineman, D-lineman, committed to LSU, which has made a lot of LSU people happy in Baton Rouge. Good to meet you, Britt, again. Last time I saw you, you were running around the fence at Riverside 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. You were a freshman, or eighth grader.
Yeah. Yes,
you were like wrestling your dad and stuff, and I was like, man, that guy's going to be good.
Yes, sir.
And Bo was on the sideline. I think he was a senior at Newman. Or junior year. It was at Riverside. Mm-hmm. And your dad he's going to be pretty good too. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on it now. Every year, you just keep getting bigger, and bigger, just like Bo.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into talking about you, and I think Bo would love this, talk about your brother, who's at LSU, and he's going into his third year, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is the year where he's just ready to blow it up, huh?
Yeah, so I think this will really be his year. He's outworked anybody I've known. He's really paved the way for me here as well. And I learned so much from him. I work with him most weekends I can. Every time I'm in Baton Rouge, we get some work. And I think this will be for sure his chance to prove everybody that he can really compete out there. And I think he'll have a great shot to go to the starting job this year.
Yeah, I mean, center, guard, tackle, all three. He's that guy that can rotate them all. I remember your dad telling me about 3 years ago, he said that you and your brother would hit the sled in the yard. How much did that help you now that you look back at what you and your brother used to do in the yard, like working hard?
Yes, I mean, I started playing football at 6th grade. My brother was in 8th grade or 10th, 9th grade, and we do football drills, one-on-ones in our yard. And at first I was not nearly as good.
Strong as your brother.
Yeah, and he would pretty much manhandle me, but that's honestly being behind him and getting beat like that was what really helped. Just because I wanted to get there to where I could finally compete with my brother, and that's the biggest thing. Is we hit the sled, lift, and it really taught me how to work hard and really made me want to keep getting better.
For people that don't know your family and your dad's background and your brother, your dad played for the Chargers. He played at LSU, was all SEC, 6'5", 6'6". Your brother's 6'6", 320, you said now, muscle. Mm-hmm. Now you're 6'5", 3?
308.
And benching 395?
Yes, sir.
Almost 4. And Coach said you can easily squat 600 pounds. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Easily.
So who's the strongest of all time? Your dad's gonna see this, but out of your dad, your brother, and you, who's the strongest in the squat?
All right. Well, I mean, Bo's strongest
Because he's ahead of you, a
currently,
little older.
but I'm the strongest for the age.
So by the time you're his age, you're probably gonna be unbelievable, man.
Yes, sir.
I know your dad's proud. And then you got a year left. You've been starting since your freshman year. You've been at Newman for a while. I know you started way back at E.D. White. Your brother started over there, and then Newman's been pretty good for you and your brother, Isidore Newman.
Yes, sir. We really loved the transition. It really wasn't really too hard for me because I was coming in as an 8th grader, and there's a bunch of other people coming in, so I made friends pretty easy. On the football side, it was perfect for me and my brother. I couldn't have pictured it or drawn it up any better. I mean, it really is perfect for us. Coach Stu took us in, and he made it feel like home for us, and I've loved it since I've been here.
So I got to ask you this, LSU fans watch. Your brother's at LSU. You're going to LSU. You're going to sign this coming year, early enrollee, your coach said. As a recruiter, do you want to help LSU recruit those other linemen to help have the complete team? What's your thoughts on that?
Yes, that was the reason I committed so early, is because I was like, I kind of figured out where I wanted to go, and I was like, some people like try and wait and see what other options, but I was like, I don't want to wait because I want to try and build the best class I can to eventually win a national championship. And yeah, it's kind of, some people kind of think, oh wow, you want to recruit other linemen to compete against, but it's like, and the end goal is not, I mean, it's where I'll be, but it's, I want to win a national championship, and I'll do anything I can to help that.
Heck, you might help with tight ends or whoever you can get, right? I mean,
yes, sir.
On visits, right? Is there anybody you bonding with right now that you're trying to get to come to LSU?
Yes, sir. So I talked to a bunch of guys, but we're really kind of, as an O-line, we're trying to get Micah DeBose, who's out of
Mobile.
Yep, yes, sir. And we're trying to get there's 2 guys from Texas. I can't fully think of their names right now, but they'll be at LSU next weekend for the junior, or this weekend for the junior weekend.
Junior day, yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff, because I know DeBose is like one of the top players in the country too.
Yes, sir.
That would be scary if y'all two are coming in together. It'd be like Emory Jones and Campbell in your group, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think you need to work on? I mean, you're strong, you're big. Is there one thing that you and your dad talk about that you need to work on from here on out?
Really just, honestly, it's just about like, I need to the biggest thing I'm trying to understand right now is once I get to LSU, it's really going to be, like, it's not going to be how everybody thinks. Like, it's just like, it's going to be a hard transition.
Right.
So I'm trying to prepare for that a lot, and that's a lot of mental. So like the mental part of it is really what I'm focusing on now, and just making sure the right mindset. And I also don't want to look too like past this season. Like, we're trying to win state this year, and I can't look past that.
Yeah, once you get to LSU, everybody benches 400 pounds, right?
Exactly.
Everybody's like strong and mean, and the guys playing are. And then even the tight ends now, they're stockpiling tight ends.
Yes, sir.
Mason Taylor, y'all like Mason. I know your brother's friends with him.
Yeah, he's my brother's roommate. He lives with my brother.
It looks like he's going to catch more balls with Nuss, right?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. He should have a great year. I'm
I
excited
hope
for
Nuss
him.
comes back for you, because he'll be a redshirt junior, and he'll have the option to go pro, but I hope he goes and comes back where you'll have a chance to play
I hope
Nuss.
so, too. I love Nuss. They're all good guys up there.
Don't you agree he's going to have a phenomenal year this year at LSU?
I really think he will. He could really sling it, and he's waited his turn, and I'm excited for him. He's a smart guy, and he's going to excel this year.
Going to all the LSU games, Brett, I got to ask you this. I mean, you went to a lot of home games. You were on the field before the game. You got Jaden Daniels winning the Heisman, and, Thomas and Neighbors are all Americans. All 3 of them go in the first round probably. What was that like, seeing that as a kid, meeting those guys, and your brother being on the team?
Yes, I mean, it kind of is like, it's unreal knowing that, like, those guys are there, and I'll be there playing there one day. So it's kind of, it's really like it's like a shock to me almost. Like, I can maybe one day be that caliber of a player, or like knowing that guys on my team will be that caliber, be nationwide, best of the best, and it's exciting to see.
Speaking of Newman, all right, y'all this is the year, right? You got Eli as a senior, you're gonna be a senior. Y'all got a good D-line again, good O-line. You need to get some running backs going. Y'all lost some experience, but what do you think of this team coming back?
I think we're really good. So we We lost a few guys on the O-line, which we'll rebuild, but that's one of my main focuses right now is just working with younger guys, teaching them the way, and D-line will be good again. Our defense is going to be, our DBs will be great. We're trying to fill in some linebackers, and quarterback obviously is great.
Yeah.
I think Jake Randall, the running back, who is Will Randall's little brother.
Yeah.
He's going to be a stud for us this year. He's been working hard, and I'm excited to see what we can do this year.
Yeah, y'all had some big guys like Brandon Wilkins graduated. He was like 315, 6'2". And then Will, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if he comes back the same height as Will?
Yeah,
it would be. 6'4" running back.
That'd be crazy.
I know they're built different right now, but he might grow.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Coach Stewart, man? You got. What do you think of Coach Stewart?
I love him. I mean, he took us in. He showed me the way, and we came tour during COVID, and he didn't treat it like that. He took care of us, made sure that anything we needed, we were there. He's helping me graduate. He's my advisor, me and Eli. So we have class advisors, and he's gonna help me schedule to graduate early. And he just wants the best for me. He's been there throughout everything with recruiting, and he's really pushed for the best for me.
I saw your dad at a game last year, and my goal, I told Nelson Stewart this. I said, I'm gonna come here early and interview the guys. He said, come on. So I'm here today. And like I told you, went to St. Aug earlier, and want to promote the New Orleans schools and do what we can to help you guys. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Brett. Good to meet you. Good luck to you this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I hope everybody enjoyed the show, and we're going to film the field and some of the things. We took some pictures. We even have I want you to comment this, the weightlifting belt. What do you think of the belt? We're going to have that on the show. Looks like heavyweight belts, boxing belts, huh?
Yeah,
MMA belts.
It's some wrestling belts, and each week Coach Stu will give it out to the guy who had a phenomenal week on offense, defense, and special teams.
Okay.
And it changes it every single week, and it's really good to see, and it kind of gets the guys motivated. So I enjoy it.
It's the new thing, man. Like Georgia's had one, LSU's got one now, and pretty neat, man.
Yes, sir.
Again, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We'll see everybody really soon. Thank you.
Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge.
All right, everyone. I'm Lee Burkeen, the host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We're at Isidore Newman High School. See the field in the back. We're in the coach's office. You don't see this on the camera. We've got Kyle Flood and Sarkisian, the head coach of Texas. You know, the sideline pictures they do with play calls, which I think they're getting rid of this year in college football. I hate seeing all that stuff on the sideline not anymore, like pictures of animals and whatever. But we've got 2 recruits coming up. You saw Nelson Stewart was interviewed. And we've got Eli Friend, a quarterback, a big-time quarterback at Newman, and also Britt Bordelon, who is a big-time O-lineman and also plays D-line. We're going to come back in just a moment with more of that and have 2 great interviews with 2 big-time players. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group and Gonzalez.
Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, the host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast, also owner of Louisiana Football Magazine since 1997. And make sure to go on our website. It's our 28th year to do a preview magazine for the state of Louisiana. For football, it'll be out late July, our preview. Go to lafootballmagazine.com. We have Eli Friend, which is a very popular name at Isidore Newman.
Yes, sir.
Eli Manning, but you're Eli Friend, the quarterback.
Yes,
that's
sir.
You started last year, and then you're coming back your second year. And talking to Nelson Stewart, Eli, he said that you haven't even shown half of your potential yet, meaning in a good way. You've got a lot to prove this year, right?
Yes, sir, 100%. I mean, I was able to play running back and receiver my sophomore year.
Wow.
So I didn't really get to kind of develop as a quarterback as much and gain that experience until last year. So I think rolling into next season, there's a lot to gain off of more experience and just play off the success of last season.
I remember watching Peyton Manning here. I remember watching Eli. I remember watching Wes Laquette. Everybody kind of like their senior year was the year.
Yes, sir.
That's when the lights completely just came on, and you're almost 6'2", 200 pounds, and I saw you play last year and like, man, that guy is good,
Yes, sir.
Not just a system guy, like you actually can spin it, move in the pocket. You told me your dad's from New York originally.
Sir.
Your mom's from New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
And your dad played racquetball at Indiana. Mm-hmm. That's pretty neat.
Yes, sir.
Never knew they had racquetball in college.
I think it was a club sport in Indiana.
club sport.
But his brother played quarterback in high school. But other than that, not a huge football family until me.
You're the one getting everybody interested in football.
Yes, sir.
You have a 4.7 GPA.
Yes, sir.
How do you do that? How do you get to a 4.7?
A lot of hard classes. I mean, Newman is known for being a good academic school.
That's crazy good. People that are on your team, you tutor anybody by chance?
Occasionally Brett, but no, sir.
We're going to interview Brett Bordelon in a minute. He's sitting next to Eli. Quarterback, again, Arch, came out recently, obviously, and then you stepped in, replacing him. Is there another guy coming up that's going to replace you? Are you teaching anybody that's under you?
We're looking around for it. My little brother plays center, and he's a rising freshman, so hopefully there'll be some guys in his class that step up, or the sophomore class has got a bunch of studs on offense. So I think we're still looking around, but
okay.
I think there definitely will be.
Is there a chip on your shoulder? I know I want to ask Britt this too, but Isidore Newman's been so close to get to the state championship game. And I'm in the media. I'm actually rooting for Newman to get to the state championship game. And it's not because, the coaches are great. It's just finally the luck's going to come Newman's way, right?
Yes, sir. I mean,
is that a big goal this coming year?
100%. Everyone on the team plays with a chip on their shoulder. They know we want to make history. And so that's really just in the back of everyone's mind at all times, be the first.
What's it like to go to Isidore Newman High School besides football, like academics?
I think it's great. It's a small community. We're only a 2A school, so really everyone around here knows everyone, and everyone really buys into the football program as well. Like all teachers come to the games on Friday night and recap it with you on Monday morning. So it's a great experience for athletes. And
plus, you've been going here since you were a little bitty kid, right?
Yes, sir. I've been here since pre-K.
Since pre-K?
Yes, sir.
So 4?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, it's like in your DNA now.
100%.
And that's cool because you don't see a lot of kids spend that much time at one school.
Yes, sir. I've been here my entire life. My mom's a nurse here, and I'm a third generation Greenie. So.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Eli, anybody you want to do a shout out to for where you are right now in your life? Anybody you want to thank?
I mean, in terms of football, Coach Stu has just been so influential. He's been a PE coach since lower school, so I've known him growing up my whole life. And so that's been really impactful, developing as a football player. And my family's also been so, supportive of, growing as a football player, and especially with academics. They push me in all fields.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
But I'm really pulling for the Greenies this year to do a great job, and y'all win it all because, when no one's counting on you to win it, that's usually when it happens.
Yes, sir.
Maybe this will be the year that y'all can get it done.
Yes, sir.
Good to meet you, Eli.
Great to meet you.
Good luck to you this year. We're going to come back with your buddy Brett Bordelon, and we're going to talk trenches. We're going to talk about how you can throw a football. Mm-hmm. And bench press is off the charts, and supposedly his squat in the weight room. He's like the weight room guy here at Newman High School, Isidore Newman. And his brother Bo's at LSU already, who's going to have a great year this year for LSU. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, your host of Sports Scouting Report Podcast. And be sure to hit the subscribe button to help us grow for YouTube. Like and share, that'll help us. And we're talking to football players. But St. Augustine High School, St. Aug in New Orleans, is known not just for football and academics, but they have a strong history of band. One of the top bands in the United States, not just Louisiana. And if you haven't had a chance to take in their entertainment at halftime, or Easter parades in Los Angeles, or wherever, talk show, Jimmy Fallon, wherever they're guests on, we have today the band director, Mr. Ray Johnson Sr., and Ray, appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
There's so much to talk about with the band here.
Quite a lot, but we're going to keep it short.
Keep it kind of short, but football related.
Right.
Y'all have two of the most famous ex-band members that one didn't even play football here, Derek Rogers.
Derek Rogers,
who was
right.
an All-American at Arizona State in football.
Played in the band the whole time, went on to play in college and made it to the pros.
And never played a down of football
Never
here.
played it down in football.
And Tyrone Hughes, who was an All-American in Nebraska.
Hughes, right.
Only 1 year of football here.
1 year of football, right.
Band.
Played in the band.
You remember what they played?
Well, Derek played the trumpet, and I believe Tyrone played the trumpet also.
Something about the trumpet and football guys.
Right. Well, we have a special place here, and I'll give you a little secret about the Marching 100 that people don't know. So the band, they actually train like athletes. It's
Come
a
on.
marching band that's made up of literally athletes. So they train pretty hard.
You told me something today I never knew. You said you're one of the few band directors that allow kids to play sports.
I am. A lot of band directors don't because it takes away from their time. But I'm also a former athlete.
So you get it. You understand.
I understand. Right.
What makes St. Aug's so special in the band here?
Well, the school is centered around discipline. It's a brotherhood that we have. But the music program itself that's been established over years, we just have a winning program. And our students go out into the world, they become famous. As you know, we have a lot of famous former band members here.
Mr. Ray Johnson, the band director at St. Aug, a lot of famous people in the music industry that were in the band here. Do you want to name one or two?
Well, we have several. Of course, most recently, everybody saw us do the video in the Jazz Fest with John Baptiste.
Oh, yeah.
We have J Electronica over in Europe.
Wow.
Okay, we have PJ Morton, all those guys like, and a bunch of actors also. A lot of guys who were up for Grammys.
Did Marcellus go to St. Aug?
No, they didn't.
Okay, I was just throwing that out. I knew, but y'all we could probably stay here a whole day talking about famous performers that have come out of St. Aug.
Right.
What do you think of your band this coming year? Because you have kids graduate just like football.
We got 31 seniors graduating, so during the summer we're going to have to rebuild to a certain degree. But our last performance coming up in June is pretty special for us.
College, how does that work for your band members to get scholarships?
Well, we get a lot of recruiting. So, you know, we have Mardi Gras here, which is pretty big. So a lot of college band directors to come and they say, how can we get your students? So a lot of them, they audition, and a lot of them wind up getting scholarships to college.
Anybody go like outside the United States for college for band?
Not exactly outside the United States, but they go to all of the HBCUs and the prominent bands that they have.
All I know is if I was LSU and Southern, an hour from here,
Yes.
I would be recruiting every band member you got.
They do. They come to get them.
And 37 years, you said you've been
Total.
in the
37
business.
years, right.
When did you know you were going to be a band teacher?
Well, like most generations today, you grow up being a band head, so it starts out like that. So you become a big fan. I didn't set out to be a band director, but as throughout the course of my life, anything like that, it just fell in place.
Do you ever get to where you admire other bands at games?
Sure.
Like, oh, wow, that band's almost like our band.
So you have a mutual respect for band directors and programs because the end result is like how we can change these kids' lives and take them on to the next level.
Unbelievable. Well, I enjoy. I don't stay halftime, but when St. Aug plays, I stay halftime.
Pretty big.
Good to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Ray Johnson,
appreciate it.
Senior, band director at St. Aug in New Orleans. And you got to check out the halftime show. It is a game within a game.
And then again.
We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King. Total Car Care, Tire Shop and Automotive Repair in Baton Rouge.